In today's video, we will talk about speedy trials and assembly line justice. Hello, and welcome to Ask Professor Price. I have been a lawyer for more than 35 years and a full-time professor for more than 10 years. People studying law or criminal justice or working in the legal or law enforcement fields need to know the issue of speedy trials and how it can result in assembly line justice. The U.S. Constitution guarantees speedy trials. The controversies tend to arise about what constitutes speedy and what happens when the defendant is the one who causes delays in a case getting to trial and then wants to have their case thrown out because they did not receive their constitutionally guaranteed speedy trial. Often, courts will use what's called assembly line justice in order to provide speedy trials. So to get through the many stages that are necessary in the pretrial process so they can get to the trial process in a timely fashion. Assembly line justice. Think of an assembly line as the way that a car gets built in a factory. A lot of people, and each one does one isolated procedure involved in the making of that car. In assembly line justice, the courts will use a lot of personnel to quickly get a case processed and to trial by each of the legal professionals doing only one portion of the process, but they do that one task frequently so they get really good at it and they are highly efficient at it. Also, a lot of criminal cases are simple routine cases that very few of the cases are what we think of as major crimes. For example, aggravated assault, murder, attempted murder, rape, robbery, home invasion. The vast majority of criminal cases are not those major cases. So, if, for example, a docket on a particular day has 80 DWI cases listed on the docket, the court will probably set up stations at which different actors who work in the courtroom, and by actor I don't mean like a Hollywood actor, I mean a person who does something. Different people who do specific tasks will be in the courtroom all at one time, and the defendants will go from one station to the other to get processed quickly. This could be in DWI cases, this might be speeding tickets. Assembly line justice can turn over a high volume of routine cases that tend to have similar facts. So why do we do assembly line justice in the American criminal justice system? Because we need to process routine cases quickly. We don't want people to have their constitutional rights violated by not getting speedy trials. We don't want people to be rotting in jail for years waiting for a trial on a really simple, routine minor criminal matter. And frankly, the courts don't have the bandwidth to take every single case to trial. They need to resolve most of them quickly and without the need for trial. Assembly line justice can mean many different things in different courts. In some courts, they view assembly line justice as having a batch of pre-printed forms that handle most situations for a particular type of crime. Assembly line justice might also mean that they will do batches of cases, as I've already mentioned, having a lot of DWI cases on the same docket, and they just run them back to back, or speeding tickets, or cases that involve someone getting ticketed for failing to have auto insurance. So assembly line justice can mean different things to different courts, but they all have in common attempts to increase efficiency. The benefits of assembly line justice include helping to prevent delays. That's the main benefit, but lengthy delays erode public confidence in the criminal justice system. Delays can result in defendants agreeing to detrimental plea bargains or cause prosecutors to offer lenient plea agreements, similar to the concept of desperate times call for desperate measures. If a person is going to lose their house because they're stuck in jail so they can't work and they can't pay their mortgage or other bills, they might agree to a detrimental plea bargain just to get out of jail and have it behind them. Similar with prosecutors might offer more lenient plea agreements than they otherwise would because they're trying to move hundreds of cases and do so quickly. And assembly line justice preventing delays can help avoid the situation in which a defendant might skip court appearances after long delays. They might move to another city. It might be hard for law enforcement to find them to bring them back to court for the next hearing. Please hit subscribe and the thumbs up icon if you enjoy this video. Also, please feel free to share this video with people you think could benefit from the information. YouTube uses information like the number of subscribers, likes, and shares in its algorithm to determine which videos show up in search results. The higher these videos are in the results, the more people I can help. Thank you. Let's talk a little bit more about speedy trial laws. There are state speedy trial laws and federal speedy trial laws. These laws will set deadlines for bringing a case to trial after an arrest. Courts have some discretion with speedy trial laws because there's so many different factors that can cause delays. For example, the defendant's actions can cause delays. If they say they're not ready to go to trial yet, if they need to do some more discovery, they would request a rescheduling or a delay of trial, then they usually are not allowed to complain about the delay if they caused it. Things like the availability of witnesses might be a factor that can cause delays. Let's say that one of the witnesses is in the hospital getting cancer treatment, or having surgery, or giving birth. All of these things can cause a delay in their availability to testify at trial. So we can't just punish the court or the prosecutor if a case doesn't get to court quickly, because it's really simplistic to think that the court's trial docket is the only factor in how quickly a case can come to trial. So the three key points to keep in mind about criminal case processing in contemporary courts Our courts deal with a lot of cases, and courts need discretion in interpreting speedy trial laws, and the disposition of cases involves a whole lot more than merely the actions of judges and how overloaded their case dockets are. Please feel free to post in the comments your questions about criminal law or related topics that you would like to see covered in a future video. I cannot provide legal advice about specific cases or situations, but I can offer general information about the law for educational purposes. Law students, paralegal students, criminal justice students, and pre-law students, as well as people working as paralegals or in the criminal justice field, are the main audience for these videos, but everyone is welcome to learn about American law and our legal system. Please remember to subscribe so you can get notifications when I post a new video. Subscribing won't cost you anything, but it can help me to reach and help more people with these educational videos. Thank you. If you liked this video, you might like the next video called Prosecutors in the American Criminal Justice System.